said unto his disciples, let us cross over to the other side.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Family, family, family. It is another day, another time, and another week for yours and my favorite Monday night show. And I'm not talking about Monday night football. I'm talking about your favorite show, my favorite show, World on Monday. You all. I have with me on tonight, really, I'm not even going to call her a guest because this is fam. This is my sis, my little sister. Like, she came on for the I Survived It series for Real Talk Monday, and she murdered the house. Like, I had people messaging me, telling me I gotta get her on my podcast. I had people messaging me, telling me you gotta bring her back. So I'm bringing back the queen, the mother, the boss, the therapist, whatever you need her to be. She is that, the woman of God, Miss Altavia. So, after this interlude plays, the next face you will see is that of my sister Altavia. And we'll jump into this discussion. And yo, if you are not following us on YouTube yet and subscribe to our YouTube channel, I'm gonna need y'all to get that together. All right? Get it together. Get it together. Subscribing is free and watching our videos is free. Come on. Get that together. Support is free. Come on. And let's hear it. Oh, okay. Here we go. What is up, sis? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm well. So, in case they was living under a rock and they don't know who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself before we jump into this discussion tonight.
So my name is Altavia Fonville. I am the owner of Renewed Coaching LLC, which is a life coaching business or whatever. I am a Christian transformation coach. I'm also a mental health professional as I'm a crisis counselor for the 988 Suicide Prevention Hotline. I am a mother of a 6-year old daughter. And I'm just excited to be here.
Yes, y'all, yes. Like I told y'all, see a boss in these streets. Y'all heard that resume, didn't you? Y'all heard that resume. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so let's tell them what we discussing tonight, sis. Let's tell them. I'll let you tell them.
So tonight's conversation is going to be about relationship goals in this generation.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah,
Boo.
yeah. The relationship goals out here is trash.
Trash. Trash. Like, I'll let you start it off and then I'll go.
So the one thing I think that this generation is trying to hold on to is this 50-50, or my man got to take care of everything. He can't provide for me, I can't be with him mentality. So there's a couple things wrong with that. I think that back in the day, it was a little bit easier for the men to provide and the women to, kind of do what they do. But we're in a different generation, and I feel like at the end of the day, we're a team. When we're together, we're married or whatever the case may be, we are a team. So we work together. I think that a lot of times we have to put down that mindset that, oh, if they can't pay for this, then they broke and da da da. I don't need to be with them. How about you help them until they get back on their feet?
Come on, somebody.
Like, why you can't help them? Especially if this is somebody that you really want to be with and you're serious about, why not help them? But our generation wants to be little and they rather go cheat. Or we could talk about how we have this mindset that I'm gonna do what I want to do, they gonna do what they want to do, and then we just gonna kind of come together. No, that's not how that works either. That's not how that works either. I think even in relationships and stuff, we have to sacrifice and compromise and stuff like that. Nobody wants to do that. If you don't accept me for how I am and you don't allow me to do what I want to do and blah blah blah, I ain't gonna be with you. Or I'm gonna be with you, I'm just cheat. Like what?
Man, for me, give me that old school love. I want that old school, back in the day, we in this for forever type love, through the ups and the downs,
Yeah.
through all that. We in this together, we in this for life. That's
Mm,
what I want. Like, I'm tired
yeah.
of this generation's type of love. I'm sick of it
Yeah.
because it's like, it ain't real.
It's not. And then as soon as things go wrong or it don't go how you wanted to go, then y'all ready to break up, y'all ready to divorce and everything else. Where is the till death do us
That's the
apart?
fight.
Where is the real love? Like, we gonna get through anything.
Man, like legit, I was just telling a young lady a couple of days ago that I was talking to, and we have been talking pretty heavy and getting to know each other pretty heavy. I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, if we're gonna do this, we in this for life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not looking for no hit it and quit it type thing. I'm not looking for no, yo, it's gonna be for a little while and then we're gonna do our own thing. We both gonna go our separate ways and do what we wanna do.
Mm-mm. No, we no more. We too old for that. Like at this point, we
Man, I'm 35 years old. I'm done with
like
I'm done with it.
trying to find a house and get married and stuff. I want to still get married. I still want my house. You know,
Come on.
like
What? Somebody that still wants to get
I
married?
still want
What?
to get married. I still want my house. I still want the kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
I
mean,
still want that 40 acres in the mill. I still want that fairy tale.
but
I
also,
still
and then also, one of the issues I see is that the women want the men to pay for everything, but then you get mad because he got to work 2 or 3 jobs to take care of you.
mm,
Then you mad because he ain't at home, and then you nitpicking and nagging and all that kind of stuff. No,
let that man do
things
what he
are,
gotta do.
things are so different than what they used to be. Like things are so different, and things are way more expensive than what they used to be. My parents could go buy. They bought a $50,000 house and been in it for almost 40 years. If I go try to buy a $56,000 house now, I ain't gonna like it, and it ain't gonna be
You'll
what I
be in it
want.
for about a couple of months.
Like
You'll
what?
be in it for a couple of months.
Like no. Like you got to pay way more than
Mm,
what they had to pay. Like it's a team. You have to be a team in this daytime relationship. Teamwork. That's your partner. Y'all are not enemies.
mm. And that's something that people have forgotten. And then I think social media and celebrities
Absolutely.
have made the relationship goes 10 times worse.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, let's be honest and let's keep it 1,000. Besides CL and Russell Wilson, and besides the Obamas, which I will consider them the old school generation, love, who do we really have to look up to?
Well, the thing, and also my thing is, even with that, honestly, it looked good in, on social media and on TV. But do y'all really know what they doing behind closed doors? Like, do you
Come
really know
on,
what's happening? Because anybody can take pictures and look cute together.
man. Let me tell you, there was a female that I was dealing with that, like, man, whenever we walked in the room, we turned heads.
Hmm.
And I knew I was bad. I knew I was bad.
Hmm.
And the reason why I knew it was bad was because she looked good on my arm.
Hmm.
Like, oh yeah, as soon as we walk in the rooms, everybody's like, oh, y'all look real good together. Y'all look real good together. But she wasn't feeding me any other way.
Yep. Yep.
It was like
Yep.
you had to make a decision of, is it really worth it?
Yeah. Hmm. And most of the time it's not. But once again, I think because even just with my coaching and stuff, I talk to a lot of people that don't know who they are, don't know how to love themselves because they seek validation from relationships and having a partner. So because if they don't have a partner, then it's like, who am I? Or
Mm.
I don't love myself. I don't like, they struggle with self love. And I think at this
Why
point,
you all on my toes right now? I don't like it. I do not like it. I do not like it.
but I'm just saying, like, in order to be in a healthy relationship, you need to know who you are and you have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you're going to accept any and everything. Hence some of the reasons why relationship goals are trash at this point, because we allow anything
Yes,
at this point.
everything,
Like, we allow some of everything at this point just for the sake of having somebody.
man. And I've done that.
Me
I've
too. Me
accepted
too.
the most toxic stuff
Me too.
just to be able to say, I
I
got
got
somebody.
somebody. Because you
I,
don't, nobody wants to be lonely. Nobody wants to be by themselves. And
man,
as
because
human beings, we are supposed to have relationships with other people. We're not supposed to be lonely. But that don't mean you accept any and everything just because.
I was on my Al Green. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so
Yeah.
tired of being alone.
Yep.
But I had to realize, like, you know what? I need this time
Hmm.
in order to better myself.
Absolutely. And when you really make the time, like when you really make up in your mind and make the time to actually dedicate to yourself, I did that when I started trauma therapy. She challenged me for 6 months. She said to limit my interaction with the opposite sex. Don't just focus on me. So she had me doing journal exercises. We were doing different activities and stuff, and I committed myself to 6 months. Was it easy? Nah, not really. But I knew I had to do something different than what I was doing. I got tired of being in the same situation that I was in. Because sometimes when you start dealing with people and you're dealing with them just because you don't want to be lonely, and then you still feel empty, even after you've done being with this person or whatever case may be, you still feel empty, and it wasn't like fulfilling anything. It might have been a quick fix in a sense or a quick relief, but then when you right back by yourself, you're still feeling empty and lonely. So I dedicated time. I journal. I learned things about myself that I didn't know. I learned my triggers. I learned a lot about
Mm.
myself, because once again, even when it comes to relationships, if you don't know your triggers, and that's another thing, people getting in relationships and ain't even address their trauma, and then you bleeding on other people, and then you expect them to understand why you acting the way you do.
Sis, why you?
Like, why? You sitting here
Man,
traumatized and ain't even you ain't been. And I'm a firm believer everybody need to go to counseling. Everybody has some sort of trauma in their life. So my thing is go to trauma therapy, or not, or just counseling in general. It don't even have to be trauma therapy. It can just be counseling in general. But everybody need to go to counseling. Everybody need to take that time to themselves before you get in a relationship.
And do, because let me be real. If you don't, you're gonna be bleeding on that other
Yeah,
person.
you gonna
And
be.
like literally, I was in a situation like that where I spent more time trying to prove to them that I'm not going nowhere. I'm
Mhm.
gonna love you through all of your trauma. I'm gonna love you through everything. And to be honest, I lost myself
Yeah.
trying to love them.
Yep.
And then finally, it got to the point to where it was either me or them.
Hmm.
And I was like, you know what? Both it's me. I gotta choose me at this point.
And even for me, I'll be honest. Even so, I'm talking to somebody now, and it's been difficult because it's a healthy relationship, and I'm not used to healthy relationships. So
Mm.
I'll be honest. Um, he'll be laughing, but I put him through it for a little while, and even still now, sometimes I still put him through it. But he's been patient enough and understanding enough to kind of help me through it and stuff. So I am a much better person than what I was when I started, because he was patient enough and he didn't get. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure he wanted to leave me. I don't know how many times, but he worked with me or whatever. But that was part of that also because I was open with him about what happened and what was going on and my triggers and stuff like that. A lot of people are not going to go into a relationship telling people about their trauma. And I know sometimes they say you shouldn't do that because then they're going to take advantage and blah blah blah. But I feel like also, if you see yourself with this person long term, they
They
need
need
to
to
know.
know.
They need to know, because then when you having crying spells or when freaking out and stuff, they gonna be confused if you don't tell them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's gonna be more of an issue because now it's like they feel like you just spazzing out, you just tripping for no reason. No,
Man,
you not tripping for no reason. There's a reason, but they don't know.
like for me, I would have been there and I was willing to stay. However, when you are going through issues every single night and
Yeah,
it's like clockwork,
yeah,
you already know
yeah,
you're gonna go through an issue.
yeah,
It gets to a point to
yeah.
where it's like,
But and I get that, but also my thing is that person has to want to get help. A lot of times people just want to
bingo,
ignore. But once again, go back to why I said everybody need counseling, because you can't do that and expect somebody to really stay with you, and you sitting here just flipping out and acting crazy and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say you don't have no reason to, because everybody's trauma is different and affects you differently. But you need to get help. You don't
man,
have to keep using your trauma as an excuse.
man. And it's like it got to the point to where I want to be with you and I
Yeah,
want to help you, but
you don't want to
I
help
can't do
yourself.
it if you don't want to help
Yep,
yourself.
yep, yep.
So it's like at that point, it was like, you know what? I'm
Hmm.
tired of arguing. I'm tired of the every day is something new that we're going through. Let me let me just exit out
Yeah,
of this situation.
and
And I didn't even where I messed up though, and I will say is where I messed up, I didn't even tell her.
you didn't even
I
what?
just I didn't even tell her. I
Oh,
just blocked.
yeah.
Because at this point, it's like we've had the conversation. I've told you I'm tired of dealing with the same thing every single night. You tell me, baby, I promise you we ain't gonna go through that no more. Then not even 24 hours later,
I'm
we
so
right
guilty
back.
of that. I'm so guilty of that though. I'm so guilty. I'm so guilty. Like I told this man a million times. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna talk about it no more, or we ain't gonna have to we don't gotta deal with this no more. I'll figure it out on my own. But man, and then the next day it's still bothering me, so I'm still going. It's
But see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing though. You are actually wanting to get the help,
yeah,
and you are not constantly bleeding on that man.
yeah, yeah,
This girl was constantly bleeding on me.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was like every day there was something new. She
Mm-hmm.
was going through my page. finding photos of different females asking me, who is this? What?
Yeah, at some point, you can't use your trauma and the past as an excuse. Like you can't. At some point, you have to let your guard down, and that's not easy to do. But sometimes you just
Mm-mm.
have to let your guard down, and really, if you really want this person,
You
trust
gotta
that
stop,
they're there to hurt you. You know, trust that they are not there to hurt you,
but to heal you.
but to heal you.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do right here. We're gonna twist it up real quick. I'm gonna give you a little. We're gonna have a little fun. So we're gonna go through two movies. Both of us are gonna name two movies that everybody thinks is romantic movies, but nevertheless they toxic as all get out.
uh,
All right, I'll let you start. Please do not pick my one. Do not pick my first one.
I don't know. Why I can't think of one right now.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Love and Basketball.
You know, I was thinking that. I was actually thinking that one. I was actually thinking that
Toxic.
one.
Toxic.
If you really think about it,
Toxic.
if you really think about it, yes.
Let's break that down. Let's break it down. They met when they was young.
Little.
She was beating his butt in basketball. He gets mad, so he pushes her down and gives her a big scar.
Woo! Yeah.
Toxic.
Very much.
Then he asked her to be his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did not want to ride on his bicycle,
Yep.
he pushes her down again.
Yep.
They start fighting. Toxic.
Yep.
High school.
Yeah.
They not together in high school, but she was his first in high school, and
Mm.
he was no, he was her first in high school. Cause I don't know if she was his or not. Y'all know Q was a player
Ooh,
from the
dude.
Himalayas, so I don't know.
But while we're talking about that, because I actually had this conversation with one of my coworkers at work today. I do not want to be in no violent relationship.
Mm-mm.
Like if you gotta push me because you mad and you hating on me and stuff like that, and you gotta become violent, that's a problem.
Yeah, no, I ain't with that.
But everybody, like you said, everybody think Love and Basketball is such a beautiful love story. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's a big
It's only a beautiful love story to them because they've been together and known each other for so long. But what about the stuff that happened in between?
At the very end, wasn't even no love story. He pushed her to win the game. Then she walks off the court, and he's gonna yell out double or nothing. What? What?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And let's not forget that dude was engaged to be married to a whole other female.
Yep.
I would have loved to see the look on old girl's face when he told her, "I can't get married to you."
Ooh, Jesus. Oh, that's so
You know she would die of a mad black woman on his behind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but going back to the relationship goals in our generation, people actually think that's okay. They don't really realize how toxic that relationship is.
That on again, off again, no.
Yeah, no. We either gonna fight through it or we not.
Like, I just had this conversation on another episode. I ain't spinning the block. I'm not.
What you say? For real. For real.
There's
Like,
got to be a good reason. I don't care if you Megan Good type fine. I'm not spinning that block
mm,
because the finer they are, normally the crazier they are.
Yeah, that's true though. And I'm a female saying that. Yeah, yeah.
And
But
because I've been seeing the finest of the fine, and they the craziest of the crazy too.
that's true. I mean, yeah. I done heard some stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
After we get off the show, I got one for you. I got one for you. As soon as we get off, as soon as we get off, I got one.
Oh Lord. But yeah, so I think our generation just we need to get it together when it
Mhm.
comes to I think we need to stop looking at social media, and because also every relationship is different. Every relationship is gonna be different. The sacrifices, every relationship can't be 50-50. Every relationship can't be 80-20. Sometimes every relationship can't even really be 100-100, if you're being honest. So but it's gonna be based off of that relationship, that situation, that circumstance.
I agree with that. So okay, I think the biggest problem too is there's really not no love songs in this generation.
Hmm.
There's not like
Yeah.
the music that we have is about being a side chick.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It is. Like it even now, because I'm a 90s girl and I rather listen to 90 music
Yes,
all
give
day.
me the '90s all day.
Yep. Yep. I'll do 90 music all day. It's but also once again that a lot of people, so I was blessed to have both my parents in my house. My parents
Hmm.
were married 39 years. So I've seen what marriage should look like, and the sacrifice and the pushing through and the ups and downs. Like, I've seen that. But everybody has not been able to see. So I even seen my grandparents on both sides. So I've seen how marriage can work if you put in the effort and work together and commit to it. A lot of people don't have that, and I understand that. But sometimes I'm like, but at the end of the day, you've seen stuff that you don't want to happen to yourself. Like you shouldn't want for yourself. Let me put it that way. You've seen stuff that you shouldn't want for yourself.
You shouldn't, but
Shouldn't.
what they say is you fall back
Yeah.
accustomed to what you used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think sometimes too, what has happened is because the toxic is familiar, you fall for
Absolutely. Absolutely. But when as a generation are we gonna say, hey, no, this is not okay?
it. It starts today with conversations like this. It
Mm-hmm.
starts with
Absolutely.
conversations like this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like saying, like, you know what, I'm tired of that toxic type love. I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired of it. Like,
I'm,
I'm not signing up to be in nobody's side's dude, nobody's side chick. If I can't have you 100%, I'll just be single.
Absolutely. I'm tired of being a baby mama. I'm tired of going to the club every weekend. I got goals. I need to push towards my goal. Like, stuff like little stuff like that makes a difference.
And like, the old saying is, well, it's better to marry than to burn. It's better to marry than to burn. But here's the thing though. You married the wrong female or the wrong male, and you're gonna get burned.
Either way. Mm-hmm.
Because the wrong female or the wrong male can totally take you off of track of where God is trying to take
Absolutely. And some people never make it back on track.
you. Mm-mm.
Some people never make it back on track because they don't know how. They allow this person to bring them down so much that they don't know how to get back on track.
Facts. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna allow you to tell my audience, give my audience a little bit of a brief real talk moment where you got the spotlight, and we're gonna give you that spotlight to just basically tell them like, look, it's time out for this toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
Then tell them where they can find you at. And you all, this will not be the last time y'all see her. She and I have already talked before the show. She is about to be in a rotation of co-hosts that y'all about to be seeing. So just get ready. Get ready. Like when I do topics, there's gonna be about 4 different people that y'all are gonna be seeing. But trust and believe me, she's about to be one of those 4. So get ready. So sis, the floor is yours.
All right, so I really just want to encourage everybody that number one, learn to love yourself, learn to heal from your past. Don't bleed on the next person or the person that you're with. Just really be more careful on how you treat people, your partners, let me put it that way, and don't allow your past to just overtake you or to allow you to miss out on true love. I will say also, have conversation with your partner. Communication is very important when it comes to having healthy relationships. So communicate. Figure out what you can do to help each other out. Tell your partner how to help you heal and that type of thing. So just be open and communicate and be intentional about having a healthy relationship. But you can also find me on Renewed Coaching LLC.com. You can find me on Facebook at Altvia Farmville or Renewed Coaching LLC page. I'm on Instagram, Renewed Coaching LLC, and TikTok at Altovia Farmville. But yeah, just let's be intentional. Let's create better relationship goals for ourselves.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So y'all, as I always say, sometimes our disappointments are nothing more than God's appointments, meaning some things that we're looking at is bad. God is only turning it around for our good. Stay blessed, be blessed, and be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you next week. Peace. Thank you for watching another Reverend AC3 production. We appreciate all of your support. But before you go, here's a clip from one of our favorite episodes this season.
But what do you want your life to look like? And I knew that 2010, I didn't want my life looking like that. I had started college. I was a music education major. The kids were little. I had waited on him to go to school and waited on him to figure out what he wanted to do with his life. I waited 10 years. And I feel like I've been waiting on a man for a very long time. And I got tired of waiting, and I am tired of waiting. And so I just picked up my stuff and I said, I'm going to college. I'm going to register for college because I have waited and you haven't done anything. And this is where we are. We're no better off than when we started. Yet we have 2 children that we have to take care of, and this is not going to work. So I decided I would register, and I did. And then, I was there for a good bit.
You can also follow us on every major social media site. And until next week, I'll see y'all later. Peace. Love y'all.